Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I'm your host. So, we are on the air. And what do I need to do? Well, I need to put a disk drive back together. But what a great time this is to see all the individual parts of a 1541 disk drive. For example, here is the drive mechanism. This is a Neutronics. These are the ones that actually usually, more so than the others, go bad. But I like the flippy doors. Gotta have the belt on there. But there is the drive mechanism. Here is the circuit board. This is necessary. Basically, I mean, there are three parts to a drive, basically. Basically. And I'll get the other one from over here. Over here is the power supply and the rail onto which everything is mounted. Mounted. Now, it's a funny thing, because I go to put this back together. This is a drive that I had lots of trouble with, because it wouldn't spin. I'm not sure if I aren't, maybe, possibly, missing more screws. I might be missing more screws. Oh dear. Anyway, well, first thing with this is this drive needs to be put into the rail, and this may be okay. It doesn't really want to go in there. Now, there is possibly a reason it doesn't want to go in there. See, if you were watching before, you know that I had tremendous trouble getting the screws out of this. And I had to employ the use of a hammer, which means that maybe some of these tangs have been a little bent. And indeed, they do look a little bit bent. Not surprising. They took a considerable beating. So let's try that again. Slide this in. There are little inlets on the drive where this is supposed to slide into place. Okay, we're in. Now, here is perhaps where I'm running into trouble. Oh, maybe on screws. Here are three. I know I used one just recently to button up a drive. And I think these are the right screws. They're also the screws, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll know in a moment, that go into the case of a 1541. We'll find out if these fit. They may or they may not. I might not have the right screws here. I just might not. Well, this seems to be going in. Okay. No dropping screws. No dropping screws. Come on. Get lined up there. Get all nicely lined up there. Oh, man. Okay. That is good. Now we have to flip the drive over. Oh yeah, I can see evidence of bendage from the smacking of the hammer. Oh, come on. Come on. We cannot cross thread everything. Okay, now I am definitely one screw short. Oh well. Anyway, the drive is secure. I will mark that down on the data card that I need some screws. And looking over there, it's funny, I see other long screws. Yeah. All right, here is the circuit board. So we lay that on here, and we get some little screws. And there are 7. And unlike what I normally do, don't do them up tight until you have everything. Oh dear, did I do that there? No, I didn't. There we go. Until you have everything lined up. Oh, my oh my. Most of these are not lining up. Okay, maybe. Does that need to be? Yes, okay. Right, these things here need to be on the well, in this case, on the inside. All right, that looks a whole lot better. Ah! Come on. Don't give me. Oh, man. Ooh. What's going on here? Maybe the pounding that I had to inflict on the disk drive is having a negative effect on the tangs and the screws to put this all back together. Perhaps it is. Well, we'll get as many of these in as possible. Oh, come on. Okay. We might be missing more than I would like to think. I will go looking, but right now, I guess what I'm going to do is turn this over. Careful not to crush any connectors or wires. I'll try and get one of these screws into the side here. Maybe I may not have them all, and I may not. There we go. I'll get that one in. Oh yeah, it's good to make sure that you have it, that the wires will come out. Now, at the front here, things are definitely not lining up as I would like them to, but it seems somehow it's possible that I'm out of screws. Well, I'm sure I have some elsewhere. It's okay, it's secure. I would like it to have more, but it doesn't. So, now, and what I learned from before is you can never trust which way this connector, the black one, should be. So, double check. There's 3 pins and then a space and a 4th pin. Make sure that when you look at the connector, it is facing in that way. There isn't a lot of Commodore things have a little plug to keep you from putting it in the wrong way. This is not the case on this. So we'll now take, unplug in the other connectors. There is one missing. Oh, please don't tell me it's stuck in here. Please don't tell me that it's stuck in here and then I have to take this all apart again. Where the heck is it? Oh no, and a pin is bent. I've never had this happen before. Oh, the pin is bent. Now I don't know if it actually makes any difference, because there's a lot of things on here that don't actually make a connection. There are no wires. Okay, that's on. So where's this other connector thing? Oh, okay, there it is. By the way, it's very early in the morning. I have found more and more that I wake up and I have a more difficult time getting back to sleep. So, I don't. I record things and do other things around the house. Alright, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to plug this in. And I'm going to pause. Oh. I'm going to pause for a moment. Alright, sorry. We're back. Just needed a little stretch. Okay, so this drive is plugged in. I'll turn it on. It comes up. It looks happy. I'll grab a disc. I'll put the disc in. I'll ask it to read the disc. It read the disc. Ah. Okay. That's a good. Okay. So remember, this is the drive that wouldn't spin that I did the motor transplant on. And it's now working. And it does have the original circuit board back with the drive. So I'm going to load 1, quote, comma 8, because that's, when I have it save all the different copies of the program on the disk, that's what it does. And I'm going to type in run. And I'm going to say 1. And because this disk is it's as I say, a scratch disk, it can be written over again. I'm going to let that do its thing. I am. And I'm going to pause again. Oh, yes, okay. So I paused that, and it went through the testing. And it's all good. So, I know it's been a long road, but this disk drive, that would not spin, is working. Again, now here is the bottom of a 1541. Now let's see if I can, while still plugged in, still turned on, I can gently maneuver this in here. Hello. Okay, and then, because I didn't have it to plug in before, I can plug in the power LED plug. And now it is on. So we tuck the wires in. Now, we are indeed missing some screws. Sorry, I thirst. But it's okay. It's okay. Now, I reach over here. Wow. Oh, there's some more screws. Huh. Interesting. Screws. Screws. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. And I will look at what screws are here. These little bags with these zippy things are quite wonderful, but not always the easiest thing to open. Okay, so it does look like, we might have some acceptable screws here to finish this off. The one thing that is difficult at this moment is that these, from having to beat this with a hammer, some of these things just aren't lining up. But I am finding that they too are some flexible, and that if I am careful, okay, this may take some doing. Basically what I have to do is get the screw in here, pull on the metal, pull on the metal, get things to line up, and we're in. Did I do any on the side? I did one on the side. Alright, it does look like I'm still missing some things. And, you know what, I bet you those were for. I bet you they were for the shielding. I'm going to steal a screw here. To me, I don't really care about this. But I'm going to put it back in, making sure that the wires are not being pestered. And I'll fasten it, I think, here, if I'm able. Oh, that didn't work. It slipped. Okay. I'll put this up on its side. Push this down. Get it lined up. Start the screw with my fingers. I think, I hope. I think. And get that secured. Okay. So, the shielding is in. That is a good thing. Now, it's funny. There are these 6 screws. They might be, possibly, to put the thing here, to mount the drive into the bottom, but then these might be too. Nah, it's got to be these. I'm pretty sure. Those ones have bigger heads. And these are also not a fine thread. Now, the difficulty sometimes with these is getting them to go in. Oh, there we go. And not fall away and twist away and end up in the bottom of the drive. There we go. And you got to turn the drive over and pick it all up. Now this one is perhaps more difficult because of these wires. There are many wires, and you don't want to hurt them. Okay, is that going in? It's going in. So many screws. So many screws. Alright, I will put on. Oh. Come on. Boy. Why won't that plug come out? There we go. Alright. Okay. 3 more. 3 more. Oh, we've been having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. And even though it's late at night or early in the morning, the temperature does not necessarily drop much overnight. We did have some big rain last night. Okay. Hello. Oh, come on. Don't mess with me. No, I have not tightened all these. But I will. Sometimes you just gotta make a little tweak of an adjustment. Okay. Alright. Some people would say, hey, you should use a power screwdriver. And I could. It might be faster, but it also, heads get ripped up more. And remember, we're dealing with old plastic. And I don't want to reef too hard. I don't. Okay. So, we'll get this tightened up. Da, 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 da. And the middle one. And we didn't hurt any wires. We should be fine. Here's the top. Make sure, especially, that you don't catch any wires. Now, why? This is not seeming to want to fit nicely on the back end. Why? Why? All right. Is there something with the power wires? Are they in the way here? The answer is yes, I believe they were. Okay, so we are missing a screw, which still baffles me. It's very baffling. Okay. They're fine, long screws. So they take a lot of turns. Okay. It is done. Done. And this is when people say, oh yeah, 1541 should be worth like $20. You're like, it takes a long time to get things resolved. Okay, 1541 disk drive. Works. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Just in case this falls off. A, B, 1, 1, 1, 0, 7, 8, 8. Okay. Missing some screws. What did I write on the last one? I'm gonna write some more stuff. Was the non-spinning drive motor plus board replaced. Tested. I should have a standard form for what I put on these things. I should have. Yeah. Okay. So that is good. Oh yeah. All right. Tape. All right. Another fine project. buttoned up, as they say, although because there are missing screws, not perhaps completely buttoned up. Now, this pile of drives in front of me is now quite full, so I can't really put this here. I'll put it back here. Oh yeah. You've completed. No. Oh, I know what I just forgot to do. There's a disk in this drive. This is how things get lost. I had that disk. Where did it go? Well, it's in the disk drive you were working on. Okay. So that's a good. I need, of course, as always, to do some tidying up here. And then I need to do something else. Ugh, I'm getting a little overheated. We can list this program. Watch it wing by. I'm tempted, because I have the 64 here that's working, and I have this disk drive that's working. I'm tempted to shuffle things away and maybe fire up the Music Mate keyboard. I am indeed. Let me just look in here. Oh yeah. This is another 64 that needs, well, it's working, but it was locking up. And I believe it has the original screen flicker. So I want to compare the version of the ROMs. And see if indeed I have a flickerer or just some anomaly with this big monitor. And the answer is, at the moment, I don't know. All right. Time for some tidying. Have a lovely, lovely day. We'll see you again soon, back here in the TV room where I'm your host. Bye for now.